Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. This is your host, Bad Luck Chuck. We back at it again with another episode of Kingdom Cast. And this episode is going to be the off-season checklist. We're going to go over the moves that we think the Chiefs need to do during this off-season, at least before the draft and whatnot. So, before we get into all that, I'd like to introduce the panel. Top right-hand corner is my guy, Country. The bottom right-hand of the screen is our homegirl, Kylie. And the bottom left-hand corner of the screen is Boogie. All right, so let's get into it, people. We got the latest news regarding the team, so let's go ahead and start it off with that. The latest news regarding the Chiefs is that Frank Clark, whenever he does get released, he does have a strong interest with the San Francisco 49ers. If the Chiefs release Frank Clark, before June the 1st, they'll say $12 million. But if they release him, I believe after June 1st, they will say $19 million over around the cap. But my thing is this: like, if the Niners are really that interested in him, so I would try to get something out of them. Because remember, we did get something out of the Niners for D Ford, so I say why not see what the Niners are talking about as far as like a trade. So, what are your guys' opinion over the latest news regarding Frank Clark?
Anything above anything from a 4 to a 7 is a win, in my opinion. Is you get the money in, you get something back. It sounds like a good move to me.
So, what you got on it, Kylie?
Yeah, I actually don't mind Frank Clark, but he's way too expensive. So if we can trade and get something for him, obviously, I'm all in on that. I do think, depending on which route they go, like his experience could be nice. So if we are gonna get rid of him, I would like us to keep Melvin Ingram on the other side or have some sort of vet experience, unless we go off and get someone else. So there's a lot of moving parts right now. A lot of moving parts.
So, what you got on it, Book?
Yeah, I'm cool with keeping Frank Clark if we restructure. But if we can trade him, if we can get anything for him in the trade, I'm taking that trade. I'm with you on that, Kelly. I'd rather keep Melvin Ingram if we can do it like that. Get the draft capital, save some money. But like I said, I'm not opposed to keeping him if we can get a real nice restructure. Got to be nice.
Yeah, it's got to be extreme for me on the restructure part. With me, I'm just at this point I'm ready to move on. Nothing against Frank. He did some wonderful things here, especially in our playoff run. It's just that with the contract we gave him, he didn't quite live up to the production overall of what we expected. I think Brett Veach didn't read the Carfax all the way because we seen throughout the course of his career, he had those stomach ailments that would just randomly come up and it will affect his play. Even after getting over um, those implications, because like it'll take him a minute to get back to form. It'll take him like about two games to get back to form, and then it's kind of hurting his production. So that's where I'm at with it as far as
And,
Frank
and
Clark knows.
in no way we disrespecting that Super Bowl run. Frank Clark earned every piece of his contract at that minute, at that moment. Like going through Houston, going through Tennessee, the AFC Championship post game speech with Palmer. Like Frank Clark gave us
Epic.
moments. Frank Clark gave us a lot. You know what I'm saying? But this is a business. At the end of the day, it's all a business. So if we have to move on from Frank Clark, if we can get anything out of Frank Clark, in addition to the cap space, that's a win-win situation. So I would be all for that.
Yeah.
The, the,
Business.
the restructure is like it's so it's such a massive restructure. That's why I always thought like I don't see I was gonna say I don't see Kylie doing that, but I don't see Frank Clark doing that much. Hey bro, I'm recording, bro. Chill.
I would really love it. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anything on this, but I would really love to keep Melvin Ingram. I think we could get a good 1 year deal for relatively cheap. Not that he's cheap, but would be cheaper than Frank Clark. And I heard or read up on some of the things that they were saying about him in the locker room and how he is a really big leader and he's got a really big voice on that team. And I think that's something we don't want to lose, especially if we're losing Tyrann. So I would really love to see us keep Melvin Ingram. And if that's the case, then definitely trade Frank Clark. Get some other pieces for him.
Yep, definitely. So we'll just see what happens, and we'll see what the Chiefs do in regards to that situation. But, I think it's pretty much confirmed that Frank Clark is more than likely not going to be in the Chiefs uniform moving forward. We'll just see how it plays out.
And another last thought on that. Last thought. Like, the draft is so deep in the positions that we need and covet that adding another pick to that can't do anything but help us out. Either that help us move up in the draft or just acquiring more picks, bringing more guys to the table to throw at the problems that we have on pass rush and secondary and all that good stuff. So it's like I said, it's a win-win situation for us.
It's so crazy. I mean, potentially you're looking at a completely different defense for next season. Like completely different team walking onto that field. Potentially. It would be really.
And if we going by Boogie standards, Boogie said we need up to 6 guys to replace. That's 11 guys on defense. That's half, more than half. You know what I'm saying? So like starters in depth wise, it's probably like 10 guys we need all together. So it's gonna be a massive upgrade on defense. Hopefully he can get it all done in one offseason. This is not the offensive line, which that wasn't easy. Like people say it was easy that we did that, but it wasn't really easy. But, he got it done. So they got their work cut out. They've been quiet for so long, they have to be working on something. It's been like extra quiet. The only thing we heard is Hitch. That's it, right? And Orlando Brown got tagged, which is we all knew that was coming, so that wasn't much of a shock. But so I think it starts tomorrow, so I expect it to be busy tomorrow.
It's always quiet before the storm or something like that.
No,
Maybe there's a storm coming.
I think so.
I don't know. Check me.
And like the legal tampering period starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. I believe it's Eastern Standard Time. So so
make sure your phones are charged. Make sure your phone is charged up.
Exactly. Look out for them alerts. So that's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna be trying to balance the alerts of free agency and then filling out my bracket. It's gonna be a lot going on, and then also having to work. Work's probably not gonna get done. Let's just
probably not.
I'm not gonna be working.
Ain't nobody working tomorrow. They know what's going on.
They know, yeah. I got too much going on.
Stop it, Clinton. Stop it.
Don't even put it out there. Don't put it out there.
You bet not, Clinton.
So y'all don't
bet not put that out there.
So everybody's saying no to Dirty Dan, even at depth.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell
this is why. If he is even tempted to put him on the field, he will. I just don't even need him dressed out.
You just want to remove the option altogether?
We just don't need that temptation, that dangled bait.
Get these BYU guys off the team, man. I understand you used to go to college there, 80, or used to coach there, but nah, you gotta get these BYU guys out of here, man. But anyway, the AFC West divisional news. This is big time news right here. Russell Wilson goes to the Denver Broncos. And Seattle got a first rounder in this year's draft and 2 first-round picks for 2023. They got Drew Lock in the trade. They got Noah Fan to trade. And they got a defensive lineman to trade. Can't remember his name right now.
Shelby Harris.
Yep, Shelby Harris. Okay. I knew it was Shelby something. Okay, so yeah, man, Seattle got a huge haul for Russell Wilson. But I think this trade was worth it for Denver because this has kind of been in the works for a minute for Denver because we all kind of knew Denver was going to eventually go after a big-time quarterback. I know the majority was thinking Aaron Rodgers was going to be the guy, but we saw that he got a fat payday, whatever, to stay in Green Bay for 4 more years. But I said it last year, like, even though Denver was still terrible, I was like, man, they're a quarterback away, honestly, from being contenders again. And right now, they are contenders. Now, the thing with Denver is, I don't think it's gonna click right away because this is a new coaching staff and new teammates Russell Wilson's gonna be working with. So it may take a little bit for things to click. Because we just recently saw it with Tom Brady when he won the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. Like it didn't click right away. It took them a minute, and they needed a bye week to get things clicking. So it might be the same thing in Denver, but I know the AFC West got stronger. So what did y'all think about the big time move Denver pulled off?
It was a quality move after they lost on Aaron Rodgers, and everybody was ready to clown him. And then less than 2 hours later, they pulled off this. They gave up a lot for Russell Wilson. I think I want to say he's worth most of it, but I think they gave up a little bit much, including the players and all that stuff. And even though Drew Lock, they were gonna have to get rid of him anyway. But couple of firsts, couple of seconds, and then 3 players sounds like a lot. But good move for Denver. They definitely playoff contenders right now. Are they Super Bowl contenders though?
Man, a lot of people all of a sudden, put their tickets in for Denver to at least make it to the Super Bowl right after that trade. So, I mean, I think they can contend, but year one, I'm not sure. Maybe the year after, I'll say that.
How open is the window though? Because Russell Wilson's not 27.
Yeah, he
He's
younger than Rodgers
34,
though.
right?
He's currently 33 right now, but yeah, he'll be turning 34. But hey, I think he got the better option, man, because Rodgers, he's 38. You know what I mean? We already know how Rodgers is in the playoffs. So
Yeah, if they would have had Rodgers, they would have had the. You got to turn it on right now. He ain't got that much longer. You know what I'm saying? So they got about. I would go 4 years. What do you think? 33
yeah,
is
Yeah.
4
young
years.
though. That's a good point. It's not like
I
he's
also,
40, but at
yeah.
elite
Well,
level, at the elite level he is, how many years you think he got in that elite level window?
I'd say you're pretty spot on with 4. Feels about right. I also think though he's one of the most determined guys. Like I feel like that's gonna come in handy when he's switching over to Denver and trying to get this team to gel. He seems like a pretty driven guy. I was definitely one of those fans clowning Denver as soon as I saw that Aaron I was like right to it. I was like, oh, hold on. What an emotional roller coaster for Denver fans for like 2 hours between feeling like you weren't going to have a quarterback and then getting Russell Wilson. I mean, I got to give them props, though. That's a great move for them. And I don't think they're going to be a Super Bowl contender this year, but they could definitely make a run. And it's made this AFC West division that much tougher. And I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens.
What you got on it, Book?
Man, I agree with Chuck. I thought Denver had probably the best roster in the AFC West last year besides quarterback. So I do think they could be a contender this year because I think the playoffs going to be so tough. If you get in, you got a chance. It's going to be all elite quarterbacks in the AFC now. Like, even if Deshaun Watson leaves, you got 6 or 7 elite quarterbacks in the playoffs in the AFC. So it's going to be like that. So, I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, and I told people this, man. Like, it's not gonna get easier in the division for as these years go by with us winning the division and going to AFC Championship games and whatnot. Like, the road is gonna get tougher and tougher because we got a target on our backs now. Everybody trying to take us out. You know what I mean? Cincinnati, they was able to do it, but as far as the division is concerned, the Broncos and Chargers, they not laying down. We'll see what the Raiders do, but all these rest of these teams, they tired of seeing us wear the crown of the AFC West. They want to get us out of here. So this was
Broncos have
expected.
weapons. I mean, they got all the skill positions now. So I still will pick the Chiefs just because I think we got coaching and continuity. But I mean, Russell Wilson got a ring. He done been to 2 Super Bowls just like Mahomes. They got probably better skill positions, better running backs, defense better right now. So I mean, they can be a wild card team and be. Would you want to play Russell Wilson in a wild card first round?
No.
First round, ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, like
First round is tough. But
I don't think they closed the gap, but it's definitely not this. It's close. It's close. Like they closed the gap a lot of ways. They didn't shut it down, but it's gonna be a fight. Every game in the AFC West outside of the Raiders games should be primetime games.
Mm-hmm.
Should be game of the weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that real. We haven't even got to Khalil Mack coming back to the Chargers, which is under the radar, a good move. You know what I'm saying? A great move, actually. So it got sticky. The Raiders better do something because Josh McDaniels didn't close the gap. He didn't move the needle for me. That's the only thing they've done so far. So, but we got tomorrow. Tomorrow might be crazy for everybody in the division. So right now, at the point, it's still I would go Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders. At this point, right now.
Damn.
Yeah. I just felt like as soon as I heard he was going to the Broncos, I was like, we better get a pass rush. Like that is even more solidified the fact that we need a pass rush and we need a better D line and a better secondary. Like, gotta answer back with a good defense. This isn't one of those things that we answer back by getting a wide receiver. That's not how I would play this. But.
Yeah, it further stamps the point of we need D line and secondary. It just further makes the point. Like we already knew we needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like Kylie been saying that all year. Boogie been saying it all year. We need both of those areas, but this just even further cements the fact that we need both of those areas with the quickness. Like tomorrow. And the rumor is the Chargers are interested in J.C. Jackson. Hey, we need
man.
Sweating over here.
I'm not nervous yet. But if you're not looking behind you a little bit, come on. Like they closing the gap. They breathing on our neck right now.
So what y'all think about the Khalil Mack trade though?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, as a country, jump the gun a bit on that before we
got my bad.
So Khalil Mack got traded for 2 first-round picks, 3rd round, and a 6th rounder. No, wait a minute. Hold on.
2 first-round picks?
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I read it wrong. That was how the Bears got him from the Raiders. Okay, so they trade. So the Bears got a 2nd-round pick and a 6th-round pick for Khalil Mack.
So, that ain't bad.
So yeah, I know this is gonna open things up for him playing alongside Joey Bosa. Some people are saying that Khalil Mack's on the wrong side of 30, but I'm like, last year, this was the first time that he wasn't really healthy, and even then, like he had 7 sacks in 6 games. Now, I didn't really go back and watch the film on like how he got those sacks. Like, was it 1 per game or 1.5 per game? I didn't know how the sacks came about. You know what I mean? I didn't know how it's distributed by game, but I mean it's not bad for a limited season. So I think Khalil Mack still got a little bit left in the tank, and I think it's going to help. With Joey Bosa being on the other side of him in that D line. So that could be something pretty scary as far as that Chargers D line is concerned. So let's go around the room. What did y'all think about the Chargers getting Khalil Mack to bolster up their defensive line?
What was his contract that he got? Yeah. Sorry, country.
No, you good.
I just didn't know what his contract was.
Who's big?
Yeah. I think they took – I think they're going to take a hit down the way, if I can remember. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know the Bears they freed up $6 million in cap space by doing this trade. So – They got $24 million dead money just for trading Khalil Mack. But as far as the rest of Khalil Mack's contract, I don't have it up currently.
Well, we have seen the Chargers with a impressive D line before. It's not like we didn't face Ingram and Bosa in their primes. Or not saying that Bosa's out of his prime, but it's not like we haven't faced a tough front from them before. So I think Khalil Mack is still good. Like you said, injuries, but it's the Chargers, so you know somebody's gonna get hurt before the end of the year. But I ain't gonna bank on it. So it was a good move though.
All right, so here's what. All right, so here I got his contract up now. So, he signed a 6-year, $141 million contract with the Bears, and it included a $34 million signing bonus with $90 million guaranteed.
Jeez.
So, in 2022, Chargers will be taking on that $12 million hit, and actually the cap hit will be $17.7 million for 2022 this year for Khalil Mack. So he won't be a unrestricted free agent until 2025, from what I'm seeing here.
No, I don't have anything against Khalil Mack. I think it's a good deal for the Chargers. I think it's a little pricey. I think there's other guys out there I'd rather have. I mean, it sucks that he went to the Chargers, but I do think he's getting older, and I'm not sure what kind of production they're going to see out of him this season. There's other guys out there I think that we could bring in that would be better for our defense.
Interesting. What you got on it, Book?
I think it was a great pickup by the Chargers. Putting him with Bosa, I think that's definitely going to help. Like you said, especially if they get somebody like J.C. Jackson. Even though they couldn't stop the run last year, that would definitely help them going against the teams like us now and the Broncos now. Those pass-first type offenses. So I think it's cool. It's a nice little aggressive move by the Chargers. I agree, though. I don't think we should have got Khalil Mack. I think we got better options out there. But for the Chargers, I think it's a good move.
You definitely just brought up a great point with the Chargers and run defense, because, I mean, that's what was killing them last year more than anything. Like, the Chargers, they got some talent on their defense, but there's certain parts of the defense where you can exploit. And in the run game, they definitely struggled in that area. And then plus, like, Derwin James, he's still one of the best safeties in the league, but them injury concerns got to be a bit troubling. So I know the Chargers may want to explore that. And then, of course, I think they linebackers could use some improvement as well. Definitely. I think that's where their biggest hole is at right now. It's like in the middle of their defense. But like you mentioned with J.C. Jackson, I mean, so if they acquire him too, man, that's going to be tough because he is one of the best lockdown corners in the league.
That will put Bosa, Mack on the front. They got that will put Jackson and Derwin White in the secondary. They got some good linebackers. I can't think of who their linebackers are. They got some quality linebackers. So that will put at all three levels, they would have somebody that was nice. So yeah. Scary, man. Everybody got better but the Raiders. And the Chiefs. We didn't make a move.
And I was like, hold on.
Wait. No bias right now. Everybody got better but the Chiefs and the Raiders.
Raiders got better coaching wise.
Do you really think it's better coaching wise though? McDaniel's kind of a mystery because I know that experiment in Denver didn't work out. It started out well, but then they collapsed at the end, and then it got worse. So he's kind of a mystery right now. But maybe he learned a little more under Belichick this time around, and maybe it turns out a little better.
Do you think they trade Derek Carr?
Should.
I've been hearing this rumor going around that they might be exploring that, trying to get Baker Mayfield. Now, this is just a rumor, but I hope for the Raiders fans' sake that doesn't happen for them. But for us, I would laugh. I would laugh my ass off if that really happens.
Derek Carr is so much better than Baker Mayfield.
I like Derek Carr, but if you go give us Baker, that's.
I know.
McDaniels ain't doing that, man.
I would hope not. I would hope not.
Bruh. if the Raiders get Baker Mayfield, bro, just throw them out of the division. We need to realign in the whole division. Get him out
Just
of there.
stay.
Put
Just
them in
stay
the
home.
NFC West.
Bring Seattle back in our
Jesus
division.
Christ.
I wouldn't mind bringing Seattle back in our division.
I was in complete and utter shock when you said that. You just got the realest reaction. Wow. Country and Ireland.
Baker Mayfield.
No,
That's
no
wild.
disrespect to Baker.
Did I
almost
see
made-
your face right there?
Hey,
I
look,
know,
you
after
almost
I've
made
cried
Boogie.
laughing.
You almost made Boogie open his eyes when you said that, man.
That's wild, man. Baker, man. Come on, man. Come on. They won't do us like that, will they? Come on, Vegas.
I have heard rumors that they're trying to get rid of Baker, but not to the Raiders. That's
I have.
They made the playoffs, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Who knows?
Speaking of that, they did add Amari Cooper though. He has played with Derek Carr.
Oh yeah, I see what you're.
Yeah, way back when. Yeah.
Yeah, you put Derek Carr with Amari Cooper. You keep Landry. They still got good running backs, but Baker Mayfield in Vegas, no.
That just sounds like a disaster.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, I remember when he was wilding in college, man. I remember that one incident he had in college, off the field. But yeah, that's besides the point.
They're not. We don't think they'll keep Landry though, right? Aren't they releasing him?
Yeah, I think they're trying to trade him. If not, they'll cut him.
Well, they gave him permission to seek a trade, but they also trying to rework a deal too. So who knows? I mean, anything can happen over the next 48 hours.
Yep, we'll see what happens.
Man, if they trade Baker Mayfield for Derek Carr, bro. Speaking of that, hold on. Washington. And that'll bleed us into the next subject. Washington traded for Carson Wentz, which sounds like a panic move. You know what I'm saying? Which felt like a panic move. And then the next day, Deshaun Watson is cleared of all criminal charges. He's not facing no criminal charges. He probably get a league suspension, 2-4 games, whatever. It's still Deshaun Watson. He ready to, like, imagine going all out to get Carson Wentz, and then the next day Deshaun Watson becomes available. Washington fans have to be sick.
That's terrible, man. That's terrible, man. Because you know what's funny about Washington? I thought this was a fake story, but they really tried to trade for Patrick Mahomes. They really tried to make that happen. I was like, what? They really are trying to make a splash with the new name and all of that. No.
So
Yeah,
well. Yeah. Maybe that's why they were calling.
Solid backup. Solid veteran backup.
If you ever were going to trade Pat Mahomes, what's your starting point? I mean,
hang up and try again.
I need your entire draft for the next 2 years. That's the starting point.
No, I would tell them. Yeah, no, I would tell them to hang up and they got the wrong number. You better call someone else because it's not happening.
Basically.
Right. Your children.
10 years of first.
Like,
can you
bro,
imagine?
Come on now.
But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Washington, man, it's bad. I don't know if they ever gonna see glory, man. I think Dan Snyder is just a walking curse at this point in that organization. There's all kinds of bad stuff happening with their organization, man. Because you remember their stadium was falling apart on 2 different occasions this year. Like the sewer line just went out and it was leaking in the lower level. And then all of a sudden you had the incident where Jalen Hurts was that was dapping it up with the Eagles
Oh yeah,
fans
the
when the
fans
railing
fell
fell
on him.
over. Oh my goodness, just all bad, bro. All bad for Washington.
Get rid of Washington's owner. Get rid of Miami's owner. Like both, get them out of here, bro. Both of them,
Yeah.
get them out of here. They don't know what they're doing, bro.
Where I would say I would include the Texas owners too. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson, man. Like you said, all the charges. Won't be charged or anything.
No
Where do you
criminal
guys
charge.
see? No criminal charges. So where do you guys see him ending up? I mean, there's a bunch of teams that are interested. I know the latest I saw was Panthers and Saints. That's the latest I saw as far as like the interest.
I like
don't
How
know.
can the Saints afford them though?
I mean, there's ways to work around the cap, bro. Like the cap's really like non-existent.
Yeah, it's a difference when you got a little money versus they $30 million in the hole already though.
Yeah, they still gotta do some things with I want to say Cam Jordan and maybe Marshawn Lattimore. They still trying to work their way around the cap as far
I
as
think
those
they
contracts
did.
are
Didn't
concerned.
they do something with Lattimore? Didn't they restructure his contract the other day?
Oh, I thought that was Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I think Panthers is perfect. Panthers
Yeah,
is
I think
big time,
I'm going with the Panthers.
but I can see the Saints too. What about Tampa Bay?
Tampa got a shot. They got a shot. You know what I mean? I would if I was them, I wouldn't want Blaine Gabbert as my week 1 starter. Hell no. So
What about Seattle?
Yeah.
yeah,
They need a
Seattle's going
quarterback.
to. They got draft picks now.
Yeah.
That would be crazy if they traded Russell Wilson and picked up Deshaun Watson now.
That would be crazy.
My thing is though, like, man, Deshaun be going to another team that ain't got no offensive line.
Hey,
Mm.
he got a free year on his body with no hits, no concussions, no sacks, nothing. So, man,
What about if you the Giants?
Man, Giants are riding with Danny Dimes, man.
yeah, they already
Yeah.
said they ride with Danny Dimes, but that would make
With Danny
sense.
Pennies.
Who would you choose? I think the Bucks. The Bucks. I don't like Bruce Arians because I think he talked too much, but they got the best weapons. They got a pretty good defense. What about the Browns?
What
Hell
about
no.
the Steelers?
Man, the Steelers already said they aren't interested, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
did come
why.
out and say they aren't interested.
That's dumb as hell. That's dumb
But
as hell on their part.
would you trade them in the AFC though?
I think he's going to the AFC team, man. This would just be like the Russell Wilson trade. Like they not trying to face that man again, or at least for a while. So it'll definitely be an NFC team. But Carolina, I could definitely see. I mean, he'll be going back to where he played his college ball at, basically. Because Clemson is in South Carolina, so there's that.
That's the crucial part to Deshaun Watson. He has a no trade clause, so it got to be somebody he agreed to, and they have to have a good deal at the same time. So
49ers,
that's
I
probably
like
what
that.
makes it tricky.
Mm-hmm.
For
I think
Lance,
the Niners are invested with Trey Lance, unless Trey Lance is gonna get traded there. Is Trey Lance
Trade
gonna be
him
a
for
part of the
Watson.
trade then?
Philly is a good choice.
Yeah, Philly's a sleeper. They definitely a sleeper. Because we got to remember Jalen Hurts. He's from just outside the Houston area, so that's one factor you got to put in as far as that trade goes. If they were to trade him to Philly, they were to trade Deshaun Watson to Philly. So yeah, there are a lot of options out there for Deshaun. It's gonna be interesting to see where he lands, but I think it is definitely gonna be an NFC team once the trade does happen.
Do you keep him in Houston? Will he ever play for Houston again?
No.
Hell no, he's
That's
done
dead.
with them, man. After the smear campaign he went through, no.
Right.
No more.
That's dead, bro.
Boogie just says no.
Don't die on this, bro.
That was hilarious. What about Arizona?
What?
Man,
With Murray?
what? What? I'm saying they already invested with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Would you take Kyler Murray over Deshaun Watson?
I'm not.
I don't want
trading
either of
Me
them.
personally, no, but Kyler Murray, they already invested in him, man.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Hey man, stop it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, man. But besides that, man, you know, we're gonna go ahead and congratulate our QB1, Patrick Mahomes. He got married yesterday. So they're officially the new Mr. and Mrs. Mahomes, so shout out to them. It, it looked like Hawaii looks a lot of fun right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Man,
They was kicking.
Yeah, it
They
looked
was
like a
kicking.
beautiful wedding.
And they had the
They look
Coors
really
Light bottles.
happy.
They had the Coors
Yeah.
Light bottles with their faces on it. That was dope.
Mhm.
Like, I wonder how much Coors Light paid for that.
Oh yeah, them endorsements, dog.
Yeah.
That endorsement money, man.
You know Adidas put some money down on that cake. They had an Adidas sign on the cake.
Everything's sponsored.
Everything's
Oh, hell
sponsored.
yeah.
Her dress
Hell
has
yeah.
something. No.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they
Hopefully,
looked really great, and they look really
hopefully made all
happy.
the sunglasses for the groomsmen and all that. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Pat didn't pay a dime for that wedding. Everybody else did.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how you do it.
That's how
So,
you do it, bro.
but
Congratulations
yeah,
to the Mahomes family.
100, 100. So let's go ahead and get to the all-season checklist. So let's begin with guys who the Chiefs should keep. So let's start off. Here. Let's start off with the biggest name I got here on this list, Melvin Ingram. As everyone knows, we got him from the Steelers for a 6th rounder, and he turned out to be very productive for our team. You know, as far as the pass rush concerns, like it may not show on a box score, but he got to the quarterback or got a lot of pressures and made a huge impact on our team. So, um, you guys say yeah or nay to Melvin Ingram, and if y'all do, like, how long of a contract uh are you guys thinking for him to stay with the Chiefs?
I say
I would
keep him.
say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would
Oh,
I would say keep him, and I would go 1 year. Go ahead, Cut.
No, I completely agree with him. I would go keep him for just a year-long contract. Hopefully, we can draft someone, and then they can get some experience under him.
What you got on the book?
yeah, I say keep him. We can give him a 2-year, probably like 2-year, 12 million, probably like 10 million guaranteed or something.
I just said 3 years, 7 million per. Okay.
2 and 14.
2-year,
That's
14.
I don't know about that.
Man,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's overpaying. I think that's
Little,
overpaying. So,
If we go
little
do
rich
that,
for my blood.
I don't know about that. But I would say keep him.
Yeah.
yeah, I like RJ's a little more than that 2-year, 14. I said Chris said 2 to 12 mil. That's a little better, but I think 10 mil at the most, maybe. But I'm liking RJ's little number a little more.
Dang.
Jeez, James. My
Jesus
goodness.
Christ, James. who, who,
Guys.
who's the next contestant on Cut or Keep?
All right, the next contestant on Cut or Keep. This is more like a depth position. So Blake Bell, Cut or Keep.
I would say Keep because he's cheap and he's a good. His blocking later in the late, he helped Andrew Wiley a lot. So he's a cheap option. He shouldn't be more than 2-3 mil. Keep him. Clinton says cut.
Interesting.
I'm right there with every word you said. He's great with blocking. He really helped out the right tackle. So I'm gonna keep him. You pretty much took the words out of my mouth.
Okay.
I'm gonna say keep him. We got Fortson coming off injury, so we'll keep him one more year. Like you said, he can run block good. Keep him one more year.
Wow.
Yeah, if you can get Blake Bell for like really cheap, like maybe just a little over the veteran minimum contract or something of that nature, yeah, I would keep him because he was definitely vital in the run game. Not just the run game, but he was a decent pass blocker too. So, I wouldn't mind keeping him. And like you just mentioned, Jody Fortson come off an injury. And then Noah Gray. I mean, Noah Gray, he showed a little promise when he got some action against Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind going to 4 tight ends again because, you could definitely use Blake Bell as a fullback too if you're not going to bring back Michael Burton. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, the next guy up.
So the chat line was like unanimous on cut him. So, all right.
Well, it is what it is then. All right, so the next name up, Jared McKinnon, cut or keep.
It depends on how much money McKinnon earned during that playoff run. That somebody might come in with more money and pull him away. I would go keep him because I still think we need a running back, but I would go keep him because I think D. Will is not coming back. So I would say keep, and unless somebody comes and offers them too much money, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Did you call him Jericho, Clint?
That was probably autocorrect. Autocorrect probably got him on that.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Colin. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I like McKinnon. If he's cheap, then yeah, I think we can keep him. I thought he was a great alternative to Williams and Allaire. And if we're not going to keep Williams, I definitely think we need the extra running back. That's my side of it.
What you got on it, Book?
Yeah, I'm gonna say cut. I think we can do better in free agency or the draft with a backup running back. I don't think we have to go get a running back in the second round. I think we can go get somebody or sign somebody pretty cheap that can help and do what he's doing. Because, we know Clyde still is going to get starting snaps. So, McKinnon's not going to start here. We might as well get somebody who's going to be an upgrader. So, I'll say cut him.
Yeah, I like what Jerry did for our team. He was very productive when he finally got an opportunity to be a part of the offense for a change. The thing you got to look out for is I think he's going to be turning 30, and the question is like how much longer does he have? As far as him being that productive. Like if you can find somebody like J.D. McKissick, if he doesn't cost too much, I think he's younger. I think he'll be a better replacement for Jared McKinnon, and I think you'll get that same production, if not more, because in Washington he was very productive, especially catching out the backfield. He was mainly known as a pass catcher, but he was very effective in doing that. So I'll probably lean on the side of cut for now. So
all right, Charles.
Somebody like JD.
Chuck, let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
If Kareem Hunt becomes available, what? Go ahead and get him, right?
Yeah, bring him back. No questions asked. No questions asked. That's a yes. That's a no-brainer right there.
We still talking about Kareem Hunt?
Because his dad brought up that possibility the other day. Because I guess Kareem is going to be available, I assume. So, yeah.
Hey.
I don't see it happening.
I don't know. Unless if Kareem has matured and changed his life, stopped drinking so much, I think they will welcome him back. But it gotta be, I don't know. Who knows? It's just been it has been a rumor, so I just had to address the elephant in the room. 100% in the chat though, they want to bring Kareem back.
I'm not saying that I
Oh
would be
gosh,
against
Quinn.
it, but I mean, I just don't see him doing it. Like they made such a strong point by letting him go. They're not gonna crumble and just be like, "Oh, okay, it's been a couple of years. Come on back." I just
Yeah,
don't.
like
I
that.
just
That's bad PR. It don't say. Yeah.
right.
I'm with you on that, James. I'm gonna get quiet. I'm gonna get quiet another year, but I think I'm with you.
Boogie getting booze from the audience. Who's next? Cutter
All
Keith.
right. All right. The next person up, Jody Fortson, Cutter Key.
Oh man, keep Jody. Keep Jody, man. He got injured at the worst time. He was on his way, man. You gotta let him see if he can do it again. Keep.
hmm
He got injured on that terrible ass field in Washington. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What you got, Kylie?
keep. I can't wait to see what he does when he returns. Keep, 100%.
Yeah.
What you got, Bug?
Keep. We
Well,
all
I
want
mean
him back.
that's consensus all the way. Then keep for sure, man, because he was coming along strong. He was balling too before he got hurt. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping him. He might be our
Hey,
future number one. He might be our
our
future
first
number one.
unanimous. Our first unanimous. We all keeping. Everybody's keeping. Jody Fortson. Go ahead. Who's next?
All right, next name up, Derek Gore, Cutter Key.
I would keep him. He's cheap. Depth. He showed a little promise when he had the opportunity. He kind of faded down the stretch though. I don't know what happened, but he shouldn't cost that much. So I would keep Gore. Yeah, practice
I
squad.
mean, yeah, I would cut him. I just don't feel like I saw enough from him to keep him. But if he's going to be cheap, depth, that would be great. But man,
I'm with it. If we can get him on a practice squad, let's do that. If not, cut.
Yeah, Chris mentioned practice. Chris Style and Chad mentioned practice squad. So yeah, I think you can get Derek Gore for cheap and keep him. So yeah, depth piece for sure. I'm keeping him. All right, next name up, Byron Pringle, Cutter Key. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna go keep. I think Pringle looked better this year. I think we'll give him another 1 year deal. You got McCole. We still just add one more receiver to that fold. DeMarcus Robertson. We're gonna talk about him later. Probably. I'm gonna say no on him. So I think we still got to add a receiver. Why not keep Pringle? He improved this year.
yeah,
What you
I
got,
agree.
Kylie?
I agree. I would like to see them keep Pringle. We were pretty lucky with injuries last year, but I think we need the depth. So I would definitely keep Pringle. I'm also cutting Robinson while we're on the topic. But I like Pringle. I thought he was really great in big moments. And yeah, keep him. Keep him.
Country, you thought about it long enough. What you got, man?
Man, I want to say keep, but if there's a way that you could upgrade him for cheap, because he's gonna be cheap. But if you can bring in Landry and Juju at the same time, I wouldn't worry about keeping Pringle. You know what I'm saying? But I I'll go keep. I'll go keep. He's gonna be cheap. He's been in the system for a couple of years now. Him and Pat got a rapport, so I'm gonna go keep. But if you could upgrade, I would always look to upgrade.
Yeah, I'm gonna say keep, man. I think Byron Pringle. We know that he can get open. I just think his hands can improve, man. I would love to see him improve his hands, but I think his route running and like the little stuff too, because like he was decent blocking in the run game too. So those little things like that, I think that's good enough to keep. And I know I saw in the comments RJ talking about if he's worth more than 10 million, then cut him. But I don't think he's gonna be worth more than 10 million. I think it'll be a little bit under that. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping Byron Pringle, and we can still add more depth to the receiving core. But I think as a consensus, it seems like everybody's cutting Demarcus Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need no more of that backwards running stuff around here. So, yeah.
Hey, we love you, D-Rob, man. But yeah,
Appreciate you with that Super Bowl run.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
Just
So the last, my bad. Go ahead, Country.
we just can't see you run backwards no more, bro. I'm
Sure
sorry, bro.
All right. So the last name I got here, Michael Burton, the fullback. You cutting or keeping him?
Oh, keep. That's our 4th and 1 guy. We ain't cutting that.
No, keep him. Keep him. I completely agree. We need him. Keep him.
Yeah, we can keep him. I'm not gonna complain. I mean,
I'm with it. I'm with it if we keep him. Like Country mentioned, great block in the run game. Whenever he does get on the field, I would like for the Chiefs to use him more often, especially in the run game. But on the other hand, do y'all think the Chiefs are good at finding fullbacks? Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Or just said D-Rob's motto wasn't run it back, it was run it backwards. Oh man, that's tough.
Oh,
God.
that's stupid.
yeah, fullbacks
Oh,
need to
okay.
be
What?
important. I'm with you, Kevin. If
Man,
we
look,
keep him, we
Kevin
keep
dog,
him. But
I just
that's
we
that's
we
the
need a
problem with
fullback.
today's football. That's the problem with today's football. That's why situational football is terrible now. Cause they ignore how important the fullback still is in the game of football. So
man, we just never use them. Like it,
we need to use
if
them
I
more
knew we
often.
was gonna use them, cool. But we never use the
Damn,
fullback,
Chris.
man.
Jesus
Come
Christ.
on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Damn.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can.
Damn, man. Jeez. Tough crowd, boy. Tough
Okay.
crowd for DeMarcus Robinson. All right, so that's the names I wrote down for as far as like cut or keep for the guys that was on the Chiefs and they're out in the open market basically. So all right, now let's talk about guys that may be a target for the Chiefs. So let's start off with Zadaria Smith. Do you acquire or just move on? Because they talking about him being a possible cut from the Packers currently.
You
I'm,
knew
I'm
that
I'm
not
was
really.
available.
we all
I'm on
speculated.
this. Yeah. I'll just say, isn't he coming off an injury? I'm just not.
Yeah,
I'm
he
kind of
is.
on the fence
He
because of
is.
that. So that, I mean, I think I don't know. I would pass on him. I think unless we run out of options, then obviously
Okay, Book,
I've
what you
heard.
got on it? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Kylie. I didn't know you was still going. My bad.
No, you're good. I just in that position, I would rather see us get or go after Hassan Reddick. That's kind of it's where I'd rather us go spend our money.
He's been
But
Okay.
quiet ever since he liked my tweet too, as I haven't seen him since.
maybe he's packing to come to Kansas City.
I,
Busy.
I would, he wouldn't. Smith wouldn't be my first option, but if I circle back and he's still there, I wouldn't be mad about it.
What you got on it, Book?
Yeah, I'm passing on him. I think we could do better at that position.
My thing is this. Zadarius. Before that, he did have two double-digit sack seasons in a row. He made second team All Pro 2020. He got two Pro Bowl selections. The injury, yeah, it's definitely a concern. It was a serious injury and all that, but if we could get him for a decent deal, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? But like, Kylie, you mentioned Hassan Reddick. I know some people said Hassan Reddick is more fit for a 3-4, but I think he proved last year that he can play either or. I know some people have said that he may be too small for the position, but push come to sub. I mean, Hassan Reddick is an option, but as far as the Darius goes, I mean, I would definitely take a look at him if I'm the Chiefs. Let's see here. He'll be going on 30. The thing is though, it's the years is gonna be my thing. Like, how many years are we gonna offer him? as far as his production. I say we offer him maybe like I think we get away with maybe a 3-year contract, maybe. So that's how I see it.
Uh, so I will say, because someone just said it in the chat, that Hassan Reddick might be a little smaller, but he's got 24 sacks over the last 2 seasons, and I think that should be talked about a little bit more. And I think he's like 26, so he's also
Yeah.
got some youth. I don't know. That would be my first option there over Zadaria Smith. But if we came back around and he's still there, like Country said, yeah, we'll pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Team
give
fit
it
is a
back.
thing though. All right, so the next name I got on the list is Jarvis Landry. Right now, Jarvis is looking to either get traded or he's possibly gonna get cut by the Browns. So, yay or nay on acquiring Jarvis Landry?
I'm a pass on Jarvis Landry too.
Is it because he's turning 30? Is it the age thing, or is he coming off the injury? Because he come off a serious injury too.
Yeah,
In a
both,
sense.
and I just think we can we can get better fits than Jarvis Landry. Not that I wouldn't take him, but I'm not trading for him. I'm cool on Landry. I think we got better options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I'm a no on Landry as well. It's the injury and the age for me.
What you got on the
Hey,
country?
I yeah. I think after is he? I don't know. Nah, I pass on him. Forget it. No, I don't care.
Here's the thing, too, though. Like, I don't want the Chiefs to get in a position where they're just like, we need wide receivers, and they're grabbing wide receivers that aren't the right fit. I don't think that they'll do that, but I've just seen a lot of fans talking about, oh, this guy's free now. Let's grab him, and they don't always fit. I don't think Landry fits.
That's interesting. How come you don't think he'll fit in our system?
Personally, I mean, I just don't. I think there's better options out there for us. Like, I know we're kind of going through the list, but I'd rather see someone like Juju or Allen or DK. I like this. Not that DK will come over here, but I just want someone who's a little bigger. We need a bigger bodied guy out there. I'm thinking like 6'3", 6'4", stand his ground against a good cornerback, quick. I don't know. I'm just not in it for Landry personally.
That was random.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Clinton.
Couldn't go.
Yeah, I'm with you on the big body receiver thing. I mean, I definitely would like more of a big body receiver myself, but I do think Landry can fit here. He can play inside and outside, and he's great in the run game. He's physical. He can get open. The age is a concern. I mean, he will be turning 30, but if you still know how to get open, without being predominantly fast, then I think he can still produce at a pretty decent level. So I mean, I wouldn't mind exploring Landry. I get that size thing, him being 5'11", but he's physical. He's not afraid to take hits over the middle. And he's a gamer, so I wouldn't mind if the Chiefs maybe explore that option. All right, so since you did bring up Juju, Kylie, that's the next name on the list. So acquire or pass on Juju?
I would take him. I like Juju. Plus, he's younger. We could build around him, give him a few-year deal. Gives us some depth.
I think they already answered your question
Okay.
last year when they tried to get him. So if Andy Reid is texting him, I mean he sees something that he wants in his offense. So I mean, I think Juju is like a no-brainer, to be honest.
Do you think he'll come this year?
He came back, RJ. He's all right.
Yeah, I think he's over the shoulder injury, ain't he? At this point.
He came back.
Yeah. So Bug, what you got on it?
I would take Juju. I think coming off that injury, I don't think he gonna get paid what he think he's gonna get paid this offseason. So I'm hoping we can get him at a cool deal. If we can get him at a cool little price, then yeah, with him being young, I can see that. I can see the Chiefs making that type of move. Like Country said, they already tried before.
Yep, 6'1" and 215 pounds. That's definitely better as far as like size. You could line up in the slide. He could play outside. Before the injury, he was definitely productive in Pittsburgh. Mainly playing alongside Antonio Brown before he left. I know after that he kind of had a down year in 2019, but then he bounced back strong in 2020. This is, of course, last year. Everyone knows he got hurt and everything, but like everyone said, he's still very young. He'll be turning 26 during the season. So I wouldn't mind it. All right. And then I know Allen Robinson was mentioned in here too. I'm gonna go ahead with this one. Like, I just don't think Allen Robinson would be a fan of playing under, Matt Nagy. I know Matt Nagy's not the coach, but he's gonna have some input in his offense this time around. And like, I feel like those two weren't on the same page for real. As their stints in Chicago ended. So I don't think Allen Robinson is really an option in my opinion.
I like Allen Robinson, but money is gonna be. I think it's gonna be money for him. And Detroit is supposed to throw him a bag, and I don't think we can throw him a bag big enough to get him to come to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, RJ, I hear you on the quarterback matters, dog, but I just don't think he would want to be. I just don't think he would want to explore that again with Matt Nagy and all that. So I like the player.
I'm with you, Chuck. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Especially if like Nagy were to become the coach in a year, if that those rumors were swirling. I don't know. I don't think Allen Robinson will come here. I like him. I just don't think he'll come here.
So what you got on the book?
Yeah, that's how I feel. A-Rod will be my number one option receiver-wise. But with that Nagy stuff, I'm not sure he'll come here, man. Maybe Mahomes could talk something over with him or something, but I'm not saying Nagy was wrong. I'm just saying whatever happened, they wasn't winning. I don't think they go want to play with each other again.
Yeah,
he was very vocal about how he feels towards Nagy. Like, I don't think it's not just something he made like a tweet. Like, he's been pretty vocal about it.
Yeah, it's not just an organizational thing. Yeah, we know the Bears organization is in flux right now, but it was definitely more than just an organizational problem. Like, just sometimes when you be around a coach and y'all just don't click like that, then that's really a thing. So I really think it was a thing, and it definitely showed last year because when Allen Robinson said he wanted a long-term contract, and the Bears weren't willing to give it to him, he's like, man, I don't want to play on the franchise tag again. You might as well trade me. And as a result, his targets went all the way down, and that happens quite often. Sometimes with receivers, like when the organization, when they feel like the organization isn't going in the right direction, they're going backwards, and they want to trade, or they want to, when they want to trade, their targets all of a sudden get dropped. Because I remember, like, Chad Johnson, he was with the Bengals, and he was putting up all that production, and the Bengals kept coming up short, whatever, and he was getting frustrated, and he wanted out of Cincinnati. Cincinnati wasn't willing to trade him, and all of a sudden he wasn't getting the targets like how he used to. T.J. Houshmandzadeh was getting more of the targets all of a sudden. So those type of things happen. Albert Wilson. Oh my goodness. All right, man.
Small receivers.
Anyway, the next name I got on the list is Miles Jack. Would you try to acquire him or pass on him?
The linebacker from the Jags?
Yeah.
He's still playing? I thought he retired.
No, that's the other linebacker. You talking about Telvin Smith.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Miles Jack is playing.
You're right. How much is he going to cost? I think we've seen other linebackers available. He's one of those circle back. If he's still there, I'd holler at him.
Okay. What you got on it, Kylie?
I'm not interested in it. I think if we were to get a linebacker, we could grab one in the draft late. There's just so much depth in the draft, and we've got two pretty solid linebackers. We need more.
We still need some linebackers though, Clint.
Yeah, I'm passing on Miles Jack too.
Yeah, I like the athleticism. I mean, Miles Jack, he did some special things in college and all that, but as far as the pros, man, like it hasn't really quite clicked for him yet. Like I still feel like he still has potential, but I don't know if he would exactly fit scheme wise here. So I'll probably pass on him. All right, so this was a name that Philip Magruder, shout out to Philip Magruder. He's listened to this podcast before. This was a name that he brought up like before the trade deadline. So what do you guys think about Foye Oluokun, the linebacker from the Atlanta Falcons? Would you acquire or pass on him?
What's his name again?
Foye Oluokun. Or Olukun, my bad. Foye Oluokun.
How old is he?
Let's see. He's 26 years old.
Yeah, he's probably in that range for Veach. Veach, if a guy's like 30, 34, 32, something like that, I don't think they in our range. You know, I think we're going for young, athletic guys that if Brett Veach liked him in the draft, then he's definitely on our list. You know, so those are the type of guys we're looking for. So no, we don't need starting linebackers, but I would take a veteran presence to put with Gay and Bolton and still teach them the game. What Hitch was doing, but with more production. So I need somebody to replace Ben Neiman. And yeah. So if he can help me do that, then yes.
That's it. What you got on it, Kylie?
I don't have much. I guess I'm just not as. We need a linebacker, so if we can get him, depending on price. But again, I'm going to go back to. I know we need a vet one. I don't know. If we're going to get a linebacker that we're going to have to pay some money for, I'd rather him have a little more experience, and then draft one. It's just not a position think they're going to focus too much on. I think we're looking at defensive end, cornerback, safeties.
What you got on the book?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think linebacker. We got so many holes on defense. That third linebacker position is far down the list. We can get somebody like Damian Wilson again, something like that. I'm cool with something like that. I just don't think they go put that type of money into that position. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna be a difference maker like that. I'm with y'all. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna pass on it.
I think it'll be a nice depth piece. You know what I mean? He can come in certain situations, and to where we need to blitz the quarterback. Get to the quarterback and stuff like that. I don't know if he's a guy that can play dime. I mean, I have to watch a little more film, see if he's capable of doing that. But he's young, he's athletic. He kind of fits the bill of what we need in our defense. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that being an option, just for a depth piece. You know what I mean? So, all right. The next name up. This is a name that Chiefs Kingdom brought up a little bit. James is stupid. He was a linebacker, man. Boogie, man. Listen.
You thought the
Boogie
Chargers
get folded in half.
was bad.
Right, Boogie get folded in half, dog.
Leaking on defense.
Oh, geez.
Nah. Let's go to Quan Alexander. He's a linebacker that used to play for the Saints and 49ers. I know he was on that Super Bowl runner-up team with the Niners. So, would you guys try to acquire him or pass?
I wouldn't mind taking a shot
How
at
old is he?
Quan. How old is Quan though?
Let's see here. I think Quan is starting to get towards that 30-year-old age. Let me double check on that.
Boogie weigh a buck
Right.
35 for your
Yeah,
information.
Quan is 27 years old currently, so he'll be turning 28 during the season.
I'll take that. I'll take Quan.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
be mad
agree with
about
Boogie.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll explore it because like Quan, he came off a Achilles tendon injury, and he had another injury on top of that. But for what I heard, I mean, what I've seen and heard is that he's starting to get back to the linebacker he was previously. We'll see if he carry. We'll see if that carries moving forward. Um, but the Achilles tendon injury is a thing. But if it's true that he's starting to get back to where he was, then I wouldn't mind exploring the option. So, all right, got a few more names to go. All right, the next name is Charles Harris. He was a defensive end, played at Mizzou. He was with the Detroit Lions.
No, he
Um,
played at Mizzou. I'm just-
you a hater.
I'm just-
All right, so you acquire or pass on Charles Harris.
I would see what Charles was talking about. I wouldn't be mad about Charles Harris. I would see. I would check with him, definitely.
Yeah, he definitely fills a need for defense end that we have. So it all depends on price. That would depend on price. But yeah, I would.
He's not 34, is he? Charles Harris ain't 34.
Hell no, ain't no 34. He young. He'll be 27 this season.
Yeah, come on, James. My man said he like 34 years old.
What you got on it, Bug?
I'm a pass on Harris. I think we got better options, man. I'm shooting big time. Vic's got to make a splash on the secondary, and he got to make a splash on the D line.
I feel you.
I
I feel
think
you on
we're
that.
dreaming bigger.
Boogie,
So
I want to
that
know.
point-
I want to know.
To that point, Boogie, who would you consider a splash? On the D line or the secondary?
I can see, like I've been saying, I'm saying Chandler Jones could happen, and somebody like Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, he's super up there, dog. He's shooting up there.
That would be a splash. I think we would have to trade for him, Hunter. But yeah, that would be a splash.
Yeah, Daniil Hunter's not bad. He's coming off a torn rotator cuff injury. So that'll be that'll be something we would have to monitor with that. But I do like the player though. I like Daniil Hunter. I like what he brings to the table.
Boogie,
But,
I'm with you. I like Chandler Jones.
No, I wouldn't be mad at Chandler Jones at all.
I think that experience would be real nice. And then you could grab one in the draft, keep Ingram, bada bing, bada boom.
No, Kevin. No.
Hell no, man. We need to retire that name, man. Retire David Clowney, please. But like Dorian said in the comments, Spag does like guys who are big and pretty tall and all that. Charles Harris, he's 6'3", 252. So he might be a little bit undersized, but I think scheme wise, he could be a decent depth piece. He can come in pass rushing situations. You know what I mean? I know he's coming off his best season actually in Detroit. Had 7.5 sacks, hit the quarterback 16 times. So that's the most. And he forced 2 fumbles. So he actually finally became a starter in Detroit too. That was like his first year starting. So he had a pretty solid year for his first year actually starting in the NFL. So I'll explore it. So all right. All right, so we got 3 names
Hold
left.
on, Chuck. RJ, DJ, y'all keep saying, throw out some names. Okay, Chuck. I'm sorry.
All right, so the next name we got is Tim Settle. He's a defensive tackle from the Washington Commanders. He's pretty. So I mean, he was pretty solid for them. He's a guy that can shoot through the gap. He's got a pretty good rip move, club move, and all that. He was pretty solid for Washington. You may not see it on the box score or on the stat sheet, but he was pretty decent. So would you guys acquire or pass on Tim Settle?
He's a DT.
Yeah. He played at Virginia Tech. Clinton. Oh my goodness, man. Clinton jokes, man.
Clinton came with it today, man.
But yeah, Tim Settle, he's 6 foot.
Clinton, man.
But Tim Settle, he's 6'3", 308 pounds.
I can't even answer the question seriously after that joke, bro. Who's next? This dude.
Hey,
Keep
Chuck,
going, Tim Settle for me, right?
One of my other scenarios is they was talking about Fletcher Cox again, man. You know, he got some familiarity, spell checking, on with Andy Reid and Beach. That would be a splash deep tackle I would be interested in making.
I would love Fletcher Cox. I mean, he's a Mississippi State Bulldog along with Chris Jones and all that. He's one of the best defense tackles in the league. I think he's better than Chris Jones, but that's just me. But he's gonna be quite expensive. Yeah, but I think he's quite expensive though. Fletcher is gonna be expensive, so that he would cost a little too much, in my opinion.
If you was to get somebody like Fletcher Cox, you definitely cutting Frank Clark when you do something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just gotta see about the price with Fletcher Cox, man. I just think he might cost a little too much for our bank. So, what you mean, Chuck? What? Oh my goodness. Hey, listen. I know you don't listen. I know y'all don't like the truth sometimes on here, but yeah, he's a better defense tackle than Chris Jones, bro. He is.
Don't like the truth.
I love Chris Jones too, but nah, Fletcher Cox, he does a little more on the D line than what y'all not seeing, bro. So to me, and Fletcher Cox takes on double teams better. He just does. But that's besides the point.
He wouldn't see that many next to Chris Jones.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, hey, listen, dog. Hey, we were terrorized. We were terrorized in the run game and in the pass rush. That will open a lot of things up. Shut down the RJ, man. RJ, you can just leave, bro. RJ, you ain't got to be here, RJ. You don't have to be here. But anyway, all right, this next name, Larry Ogunjobi from the Cincinnati Bengals. Acquire or pass on him?
Is he looking for a bag?
I don't know, but I know he did have a decent playoffs. He was having a good playoffs before he got hurt, and I did like what I saw out there. Like he was good against the run. He was winning a lot of his one-on-ones in the trenches. So
yeah, he was going up against Andrew Wiley though. No, I'm just playing. How old is Cedric? He about 32?
No.
I didn't get that.
No. Erase that. Erase it.
Yeah, we ain't doing that, bro. We ain't doing that.
Nobody is signing Eli Apple. Nobody in the league is going to sign Eli Apple for Cincinnati. Just to clarify. He's a bad apple anyway.
Oh my goodness. He's a bad apple anyway. All right, so I mean, I would be all for exploring Larry Ogunjobi as an option. I think he'll do it well next to Chris Jones.
I'm going to guess with you on that one.
You said how?
I would take him.
Let's see. Larry is currently 27, Clinton. Oh my goodness, bro. Y'all funny, man. You know what I'm saying, RJ? That was terrible. Yeah.
Man, you know what? Buckle up. Get ready for the ride. I think tomorrow is going to be nuts all around the league. I think the Chiefs make one big move, but then it's going to be a lot of middle of the road, low quality, or not low quality, but middle of the road quality signings. A lot of depth, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be, oh my God, we signed such and such and such and such. I don't think it's going to go like that. But
we say
it
that,
might
but
be
every
wrong.
year something
You know what
like
I'm
that
saying?
happens.
You said Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory is a huge wild card, man. The talent's there, but the discipline, man. And there's times where he lacked discipline too, especially in that playoff game against the Niners. Like, I don't know what the heck he was doing out there at times, especially against the run, man. He was taking bad angles and everything. So I'm
I want
passing on Randy.
James.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm passing on Gregory. We need some guaranteed. We can't take no chances on pass rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the list right there, as far as potential guys that could be here, guys that could be available. So that's what we got for the offseason checklist, everybody. So I mean, anything else we need to cover before we get up out of here?
So
You gonna
everybody
make some
passed on
moves.
Gilmore?
You said what?
I'm not.
Was I the only one that was cool with Gilmore?
Oh,
I like
I'm cool with
Gilmore.
I'm cool with Gilmore.
I've been kind of off on Gilmore, but I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be upset about it. So I'm good with Gilmore.
Yeah, love you too, RJ. It's a bad luck takes.
What about Marcus Williams?
The
Oh
safety.
man, that's a huge name we didn't tap on. Yeah, I'm all for Marcus Williams, man. If Tyron don't come back, yeah, definitely.
I like Marcus Williams.
I'm in on that. On Marcus Williams too.
Dante Jackson from the Panthers. I mean, he's fast. As far as football ability, I don't know. I'm a question. I had a question mark for Dante Jackson.
Man, it's gonna be a fun few hours. 48 hours. Well, we got past that, but a lot's gonna happen over the next day. I can feel it. Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
See?
It might be some moves that happen tonight. The restructuring and I think Frank Clark decision is going to come within the next few hours or something, by the end of the night or something like that. So definitely early in the morning. I wouldn't mind Marcus May.
I'm out for Marcus May too.
Has there been any official announcement for Tyreek? That's not done
Nope.
yet either, right? Yeah, so
Nope.
that's probably coming.
Who's Judge Ray? I'm tired of him.
I wouldn't mind.
He talking about Lyle Collins. Lyle Collins, the talent's there. I love the talent.
How expensive is he gonna be though?
I'm saying he might be worth only a 6th rounder, but I don't know. But the thing with Lyle Collins is I think Lyle Collins got the politics working against him, man, because I know last year he had to miss like a game or two over some nonsense going on behind the scenes with the Cowboys. So
keep your phone charged up. I think it's gonna be a lot of cuts. I think it's gonna be a lot of people released. I think it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be some trades because, man, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, man, just stay close to your phone. I like Jabril Peppers too. Like, I wouldn't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
He was special teams and safety. So,
Peppers, nah.
if something crazy happens,
Peppers.
if something crazy happens, we might have to do a spaces or something just to
For
I'm
sure.
in.
What about Landon Collins? I guess we're
No,
gonna have to bring up Landon Collins.
no,
If you go get him at
no, Landon
linebacker,
Collins.
I'm cool with it.
Right. If you're gonna play linebacker, okay, I may be for it, but other than that, no. I'm good.
Yeah. Good point, Blake. How many bad apples getting signed? 0.
Yeah, they're all gonna be home runs.
Oh, you talking about one guy. Oh, what's the cornerback that was in trouble in Minnesota? Gladney?
Man, I don't want no more Minnesota corners, man. I'm good. After Mike Hughes, no. I'm good on that.
I hope not. I hope not, James, because that's too
I'm
much.
nervous.
That's
It
too
is too
much for
much.
DK, bro. I don't like
Yeah, I'm
DK
nervous.
for a first and a third. That's too much.
Yeah, I'm nervous
A
about
third?
that one.
Yeah. They might trade DK if they don't get Deshaun Watson, though. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
But not for a first. I wouldn't trade a first round pick for DK. I'm sorry.
Yep.
We need a defense. I think we need those picks.
Byron
side-
Jones, something like that.
Byron Jones, oh man. That's kind of a tough one.
Pat Peters, we've been
If
wanting
he's
him for
available-
years. You might as well get him now.
Nah. If he's playing safety, maybe.
I'm good, Clinton. I wouldn't. Nah, we need too much to get rid of first and the third for a luxury guy. Like we need too many. We got too many holes.
Yeah, I agree.
Kylie, take us out.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for us and our off-season checklist. But don't forget to like on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We'll be sharing all of our stuff. Thanks for joining us, and we're out.
Real
Hey.
quick, Kylie, how far are your Tar Heels going in the tournament?
Oh,
Shit. Sweet 16. As much as it pains me to say, I don't even think they'll make it past. Last night or Friday night, that was rough. They shot like shit. Sorry. They were like 11% from the 3-point line. It was not what I wanted to see.
gonna get into the draft later, DJ. KU, Rock Chalk, Elite 8.
Elite 8, yeah, they're not going past that.
Get us out of here.
I ain't got nothing to say. Kingdom Cast, we out of here, y'all.
How far